You still didn't know?
Dang.
Alright, I guess everybody just know the pickup line now. I guess we're gonna keep it. Understand this. The flesh is gonna want what it wants. You're never gonna stop the flesh from desiring what it wants. Our job is to make sure that the flesh does not get what it wants. My flesh wants lust. My job is to make sure that the flesh does not get that. Remember, you are not your flesh. You are the spirit. The flesh does not have a spirit. The spirit has the flesh, which means the spirit has a vessel, not the other way around. That is a gem. Write it down on a pen and paper. As a matter of fact, you should already be taking notes. Keep that fact in mind. Let the flesh know that you are in control, not it. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. Remember, it is common to be tempted, but it's also common to have an escape route, and that is the Father. What the Father is saying is that your temptation is not a temptation that is new to mankind, has never been seen before. No, it is common. Someone else has gone through this. So therefore, someone else has also escaped through the power and the grace and the mercy of the Lord, our Savior, Jesus Christ. And the Lord is informing you, you can too. So therefore, let me offer you some knowledge on temptation. Number one, and listen up. Your sinful temptation is only as strong as your interest in it. For example, the probability of me smoking is very, very low because I'm not interested in it. But if you put a whole bunch of food in front of me and say, Kisi, I bet you cannot eat all this, my interest in that is very high because I like food. Look a little Kona sleeping on a little bro, man. So wholesome. Oh. Anyways. Remember that the enemy is an influencer, not a creator. So therefore, he will influence your desires to lead you on the path of sin. What do I mean when I say that the enemy is not a creator? He's not the creator of sin. Neither is God. Sin is just the lack of something. Sin is the lack of choosing righteousness. Sin is the falling short of the glory of God. In other words, the lack of choosing righteousness. Sin means you fell short, which means you lack something. Righteousness. We just went over this, but yeah. Biblical support for that, Romans 3:23. Okay, back to the topic. Our own desires can lead us into sin. Biblical support, James chapter 1, verses 14 through 15. It says our own desires. O-W-N, our own. Not Satan's, ours. So after you handle temptation spiritually, you got the Father involved, you rebuke the spirits, all that good stuff, check your heart. Not doing so is equivalent to killing flies, but leaving the trash there. You're just going to attract more flies because the trash is still there. You handled the flies, but you didn't handle the trash. Their purpose for being there. You handle this by asking the Lord to constantly check and change your heart every single day. Ask the Father to fill the void in your heart that desires the wrong thing, and so that he may satisfy you better than sin satisfies you.